explainable, folks. How can you lose the sale in 30 seconds or gain a sale? Let's start real quick with 7 things that are going to make your networking better, your elevator speech better. So start taking notes. Oh my gosh, right from the top. The phrase, hello, my name is killing your business. It's killing your elevator speech. Here's why. You go in the shower. Ever had a good idea in the shower? You know, you're doing all this stuff. And what happens is your subconscious says, I don't need to be here for this. So your subconscious goes down the hall and starts working on other stuff that's cool for you. That's wonderful in the shower. However, when you're giving your elevator speech, if you start with, hi, my name is, everyone else's subconscious is going to say, I've seen this before. I've heard this before. I don't have to be here. So what do you start with? A question, a statement, or a quote. There we go. Second, it's okay to write this stuff down. Totally okay to read it. Most people are going to say, oh my gosh, look, Beth had it written down. Beth is awesome. Beth was prepared. I wish I was Beth. I should go talk to Beth. So
good job, Michael.
Look at that. Beth just scored. Warning, this will also kill you. Michael Conant is going to give an amazing elevator speech. He's going to bring the house down. And the next person's going to say, wow, that's a tough act to follow. Never say that. It takes all your power away from you. So you let them get their laughter. Let them get their moment in the sun. Take a breath. Then you stand up and do yours, or you sit there and do yours. The clock doesn't start on you until you start talking. So just let the room settle and then you get your power back. We don't want to be that guy. In fact, Sharon and I met when we were at a chamber mixer last night. Walks into the room, starts handing 4 cards out to everybody.
Oh, good grief.
Keep 1 and give 3 to your friends. Dude, I just met you. There's no love, no trust. There was nothing there. So his cards got left on the table that we were at. Sorry, dude. You're going to need a raffle prize. This is when writing a book comes in real handy. We brought 2 of our books last night to the mixer. They gave away our books. We got to talk about our books for a moment. If you give away wine, the person who's in program is going to win it. If you bring one of those coffee cards, the person who only drinks tea and never goes there because they're a corporate monolith of destruction will win it. And they're never going to remember you when they use it anyway. So your book, something that relates back to you, a free session. You know, we've given out a free half hour of social media time for ours. So something that relates back to you that is absolutely free that people are going to want. Your body language. I just left a networking group and I feel wonderful about using these photos now. Thank you, Beth. Here are 3 people who are standing up giving their elevator speech. Can you see the body language that's a little off? The hands in the pockets, the using the chair as a stand in your power, feet squared, sing yours.
Or not.
Now, this also applies to Zoom boxes. These are actual Zoom boxes. See how wonderful? Gosh, I just forgot her name. Kay. She's in England. We were just on her podcast, the Uncensored Society podcast. Awesome podcast. See how awesome she looks in her Zoom box? Then I couldn't believe it. The person in the middle here, she showed up. She has sun coming in her office, and instead of mitigating it, just put on her sunglasses. She wanted to get a tan while she gave her elevator speech. It's awesome. And then the one on the right. By the way, Sharon did my hair this morning. She cut it. How does it look? Pretty cool. So I don't have any of that other stuff going on. Remember, your fortune is in the follow-up. You're at an event. If you don't follow up, we got 4 cards last night from people that said they wanted us to follow up. Guess when we're following up? Yes, today. They're all getting emails today, and one of them is going to get a phone call. So always follow up. You were that 3 strikes and you're out person.
I was. You know, I'd call, I'd email, maybe I'd send a text, whatever it was. You didn't respond. Okay, well, guess you weren't interested. I'm out. And then I learned that bottom stat on the slide here. 80% of sales are made between the 5th and 12th contact. So if you, and during this COVID time, I've seen stats up to 30. So if you are also that 3 strikes, you're out person, you're leaving money on the table. You're also telling yourself and your prospect that what you have to offer is not that valuable, which is so not true. What you have to offer could change their life. It could change their business. So please do follow up. Don't let them think, oh, well, she didn't follow up and I seem to be doing okay. So doesn't matter. Don't do that. What you have is important. Follow up, make sure that you know and your prospect knows how valuable what you have to offer is.
Now, I see a couple of you frantically trying to write this down. If you would like this on a card, if you would like us to mail this to you, send me an email with your mailing address and we'll mail it to you in a card with some really cool stuff that goes with it. So info@Yuloff Creative, and just say you want the sales stats card and we'll send that out to you. Just give us a mailing address and it'll come in the mail to you.
I'll put it in the chat when we're done screen sharing.
All right. Let's talk about some elevator speech. Actually, I think we're just going to do 2 today. Elevator speech methods. First, here are 3 ways you can start. You know how, or will I? You know how? Will I? Can you picture? Will I? We're talking to their subconscious. When I say, can you picture your first car? Can you picture your first pet? Can you picture your first grade teacher? Oh my gosh, they all popped in your head. Now, along with that, people cannot not answer a question. What did you have for breakfast? What color are you wearing? Is it time for new glasses? Do you wear glasses? Wow, almost everybody in this shot has glasses. What's with Donna? Donna doesn't have glasses. Donna, you don't have glasses on. We'll wait. She's the only person with perfect vision that's on the Zoom call. Oh my gosh, I guess she's going first. Okay, so a couple of examples. You know how most people are trained to do what they do, but didn't get trained how to market what they do? Well, Sharon and I are from Yuloff Creative. Now, here's the thing. Most people will take this and just stick the you know how in front of the regular elevator speech. You get 30 words. That's your max on this one. 30 words for the 2. If you want to press an easy button, one of the best easy buttons is to have a prop. If you have a prop that talks about what you do, that's awesome. And it's really easy in a Zoom box. The second one is 2 statements. It says, you know how many, struggle with, that's the first one. Well, what I do is so that. Now, here's how that works. You know how many, and you're calling out your ideal client because we only want the people in the room who are our prospect. The rest, we just want to be nice and have, coffee and be friends, but you're calling out to your ideal client. Then you talk about her number 1 problem. Well, what I do is then you give your solution and the long-term application. Now, this one doesn't have to be 30 words, but brevity is always rewarded.
Now, the one challenge that we have seen in the past with this one is that first phrase, you know how many. This is not a do you know how many. You don't want them having to do math in their head. Oh my goodness, they're going to ask me how many people do. No, that's not the point. The point is to have them picture that they are the ideal client. As you see on the screen, you know how many small business owners struggle with creating, right? I'm not asking, do you know how many? I'm not looking for a number. So that's the one thing that we've noticed a challenge with this one.
Yes, nobody wants to do that.
Don't do that. Or I also don't want them to go, no, I don't know how many.
Yeah. And by the way, the word well with the comma is purposeful. Makes it sound like we're just doing this off the cuff. Well, what I do is that word is there very purposefully. I see a couple of head nods. Okay, third one, because it's here. This is the testimonial one. I'm going to touch on this really quickly. If you are invited somewhere to someone else's networking event, don't think that you only get one shot at everybody and it has to be the perfect elevator speech. I tend to do a testimonial for somebody else. For example, let's see. We'll use Rachel. Let's say that Rachel invited me to her networking room. So now I'm in here with all of you and it turns out to be my time. Here's how mine would sound. Hey everybody, my name is Hank. I'm a business coach. Hey, I got to tell you, Rachel invited me here and I just have to thank her. She is not only the most wonderful, warm-hearted human being in the world, but her bookkeeping is insanely accurate. I have seen her accurate to like 27 decimal points. So if you are not using her for your bookkeeping, I'm telling you, you've got to have a talk with her. Anyway, thanks for letting me be here, everybody. I'm Hank, a business coach. We'll see you later. Now, what's Rachel feeling the need to do? She's feeling the need to say something nice about me. So that I'm going to get third-party validation. So this is the hardest one to do. It takes practice. But it is a lot of fun to do it. All right. So if you want to make your elevator speech better, our URL is down there, howtogettherefaster.com. You can book time with us and we will work on any of your elevator speeches. All right. That was like 9 minutes, 48 seconds.
I will stop sharing in just a moment. I'll leave this here for just a sec. It is totally okay to have it written down.
Yes.
I have been known pre-COVID to have it on my phone in either in a text message or using an app called Evernote or using just the notes thing on the notes app on your iPhone, if that's what you're using. Whatever it is, it's totally fine. Pieces of paper, right? It just means that you are prepared. And most people are going to go, oh my goodness, they clearly thought this was important enough to be prepared. I wish I had done that. So no worries having it printed or on your screen if you're doing a Zoom, something like that. Totally okay.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay, I'm going to stop recording.